John here. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returner, welcome back. It is 4 o'clock in the morning on the 16th of August. I've had a few hours sleep. I think I slept from about 10 till about 1ish, half 1, something like that. So, you know, I'm a bit tired, but I'm kind of wide awake at the same time, if you get what I mean. Gonna do a chart. I'm gonna do a few charts. I'm gonna record a bunch of charts over the next hour or so. So I've got a bit of kind of backup kind of thing. But these are going to be like either my top 3 or my top 5 of whatever subject. These will be coming out on the 4th of each month. So this one won't be out for another few weeks, and then obviously the month after that, and a month after that, and a month after that, and so on. I thought I would start off with my favourite sitcoms. Have a little chat about them. It's only the top 3 because I'm not a huge TV watcher. But these are kind of things that I would always, if it's on TV, I'll try and watch it. The first one is the British Empire. I don't know if you got it in America, but in the UK it was quite a popular sitcom in the 90s. It starred Chris Barry, who is Rimmer in Red Dwarf. And he plays a kind of fitness centre manager, and he's completely inept, completely clueless at what he's doing. He thinks he's doing stuff for the greater good. He has this higher kind of consciousness, but he's just completely incapable of doing it. You know, it's such a funny TV series. I've got it on DVD. I've got the complete collection on DVD, and I love it. It is brilliant. These aren't in any order, by the way. These are just like random kind of things, and I thought of them as I was researching these things. Yeah, so I absolutely love the British Empire. The theme tune and the intro is just brilliant. It's just so funny. Each character is so unique, and they are right from the first episode right up to the last episode, they are that character. They don't kind of differ or kind of wander away from that kind of characterization that they're supposed to be. And it's just hilarious. Even my mum quite likes it. And she's not a huge sitcom fan, or at least not of the modern kind. She prefers them from like the 70s and 80s. Stuff like Open All Hours and stuff like that. Are You Being Served, those kind of things. So if it's like a sitcom from the 90s, it's quite something. The second one on the list is the IT Crowd. Again, I love the intro to it, the music and the actual imagery of it, with it all being like kind of pixelated characters and everything. It really kind of sets up what the show's about. If you haven't seen it, again, I'm not sure if it's had it in America, but in England it's got quite a bit of a cult following, as did the British Empire, by the way. But the IT Crowd is basically a couple of guys in the IT department of this great big kind of multi-million industry kind of thing, like this empire, and they are completely antisocial. socially inadequate, socially inept, and this woman turns up, and she's their new manager, and she's kind of a high swinger, kind of partying, kind of socialite type person, and the clashes of personalities is just brilliant. There's a goth in there as well for a little bit of comic humour. Creative Filth get mentioned, which is like one of my favourite bands. The whole episode rotated around the goth and Creative Filth, and it's a brilliant episode. And it's basically just the day-to-day kind of musings of this one little IT crowd at IT department. They're in the basement of the department because, you know, it's kind of stereotypical kind of all techno geek kind of shoo them away into a dark corner kind of thing. It got like Roy and Moss. I can see myself in both of them. Mainly Moss because he's like really kind of geeky and socially inept. For example, he doesn't open doors like when he's at home. There's a whole scene where he's like, they're like, what, you don't open doors? No, but it might be something good. It's not cake, Jen, unless that cake's made out of poo and knives. That's kind of one of what's something that amused me, you know, because it's not, they're in London, obviously, so therefore, chance of something happening nice, that's nice, you know, it's highly unlikely. But it's just so funny. Yeah, so that's that one. It's got some really famous people in it as well. Not like majorly famous, but like famous in like the comedy scene. You've got like Matt Berry, Chris O'Dowd, who is Roy. Matt Berry plays the boss. And you've got Catherine, I can't remember if it's Perkinson or Parkinson or something like that. She plays the woman in it. You've got Richard Ayoade, or how you pronounce his name, I can't be sure. He plays Moss. You know, so they're quite big hitter kind of comedians. And I think it just works really good. The third one in the list is Some Others Do Have Them. Don't know if you'd expect that from me or not. The other two you might have kind of guessed, but this one, a nice traditional 70s, 80s sitcom. It is good, pure humour. Very famous. Again, I'm not sure if it was in America or not. Stars Michael Crawford as the inept Frank Spencer. He can't do anything right. He always messes up. He's so kind of simple. It's just, like I say, it's just good pure humour. It's all innocent kind of humour. There's no kind of swearing in it. There's no foul language. There's no violence. It's just good, wholesome family viewing, but it is hilarious. And when you watch it, you struggle to think that this person who is so completely accident prone and so socially inept, how he can be such a good singer, because Michael Crawford, the actor, is one of Andrew Lloyd Webber's original Phantoms in Phantom of the Opera. You know, so he's got a voice on him. You know, and that is so hard to comprehend, to look at the two completely different things. Michael Crawford as an actor's kind of shied away a little bit from the Frank Spencer stereotype that he's got. He did a Red Nose Day or comic relief type thing the other year because it was like the anniversary of it or whatever. But other than that, he tends to avoid kind of Frank Spencer type scenarios. He's more concerned about his puppet acting, like his serious acting and his singing. So yeah, that's that one. We have some honourable mentions that their sitcoms are good, but they're not quite at the level that I would watch them all the time. The first one is Red Dwarf. As I stated, it's Chris Barry, it's Craig Charles, it's Danny John Jules, it's Robert Llewellyn. A huge cult following from the 80s and early 90s. I'm sure you all know of it. It kind of stopped kind of in the 90s, and then there was like this huge kind of mass outcry to bring it back again, because Craig Charles was in Coronation Street, and I think that kind of enthused people to want to see him back as Lister again. So they got together and for an anniversary they did like a back to earth type thing. They did I think they've done about 3 or 4 series now since they've come back in like this decade. I haven't seen the last couple of series because it tends to be on Dave, and I'm not a huge Dave channel viewer because obviously it's not in like the main TV guide section. I can never be sure when it's on, so I've not really seen the last few series of it. Another one is Third Rock from the Sun. I get that is an American one. That is an American sitcom that came to the UK about a bunch of aliens who came to Earth to discover about the human race and so on. And it's good fun. I've got it on DVD. I've got Red Dwarf on DVD. I've got some others to have them on DVD. I've got the IT Cloud on DVD. But Third Rock from the Sun, it's funny because it's kind of detached from the human race kind of thing. It's like looking at the human race as a species and its weirdness. There's a few play on words in it. It's a good fun thing. It's not entirely family friendly. It is family friendly. It was on at like 6 o'clock at night or in the evening, so it was kind of family friendly, but a little bit more edging. The humour was a little bit more edging towards adult humour, in the same way that Big Bang Theory is. Another one is Friends. We all love Friends, right? It is a cult. It hasn't been on TV for quite a long time now. But everyone loves Friends. Everyone knows about Friends. I've got it on DVD. Nothing really much you can say about it that hasn't been said. It's one of the best kind of comedy series that have been around in the last 20, 30 years. Because it didn't just do comedy, it hit on some serious subjects as well. So that's Friends. And the last one is Bottom. Obviously Friends is American, which we had in the UK. And the last one, Bottom, a UK sitcom with Ade Edmondson and Rick Mayall, and a few other kind of guest appearances by a few kind of other famous people. But it was mainly just Richie and Eddie, the two main characters. Mainly just those two people in a flat occasionally they would wander out and kind of like, there's a theme park one, there's a camping one, and there's a hotel one, but mainly they were always in the flat, and they were kind of like, they were your desperados. They were like your stereotypical kind of mid-30s and still a virgin type thing. I think, which is why I quite like it, because it's like, well, that's not what I'm like, kind of thing. You know, and it was just like two pals, and they were friends in real life. Vic Mail died about 4 or 5 years ago, in an accident. But they were getting to the point where they were too old to do all, because it was like slapstick comedy. It is very physical comedy that they did. Lots of swearing. It wasn't a family favourite, like a family friendly sitcom at all. Lots of swearing, lots of violence. So yeah, very much an adult sitcom. And leading on to that, again, I've got that on DVD. Leading on with that was The Young Ones, which was kind of set before Bottom, again starring Vic Mail and Ada Edmondson, but obviously Nigel Planer and a few other people as well. But you know, The Young Ones kind of had guest stars, like guest bands and guest stars and stuff like that on it. It was a bit kind of, not before my time, it was kind of an 80s thing, but obviously when it was out I was only a little kid, so it wasn't really until I hit adulthood that I kind of knew about it. But again, it wasn't a family friendly thing. Lots of violence, lots of slapstick humour, lots of swearing. And that's the honourable mentions. Those 4 or 5. Are any of these your favourites? Do you think I should have had some of my honourable mentions instead of my main ones, or vice versa? Let me know. Leave a like, comment, description. You know, do all the commenty. You know, do all that. Like, you know what I mean. I'll see you all in another video, which I'm going to record in a bit. But you won't see it until next month, or following month, or whatever. I don't know. Bye.